Hello there everybody and welcome. So today we have a no contact reading. Here for pile 1 we have stars with number 16. Pile number 2 we have heart with number 24, breaks down to a 6. And here we have cross as pile number 3 with 36, breaks down to a 9. The timestamps are in the description box. Hello everybody, this is going to be your reading if you picked the stars with number 16, breaks down to a 7. This could be a significant number for you. So let's see how your person feels about you. Let's start with some oracle cards. Okay, Spirit. Pile 1's person, no contact person. How do they feel towards pile 1? So here we have perspective, better off, happiness, and cleared space. Breaking point, limit, final straw, and overwhelmed. Exhaustion, depletion, drained, and long journey. So I think that this better off thing, it's more about, thankfully I have some air now. Like thankfully I'm breathing a little bit because maybe this has been a little bit too triggering. Maybe the relationship was very intense. Maybe it was very toxic with a lot of ups and downs, extreme highs, extreme lows. Let's see what your person would like to tell you. They have hurt me. Okay, so this clearly talks about someone else, something else, maybe from their past. I want to be different. I need to figure myself out. Yep, I'm getting a lot of highs and lows. I'm getting that this is a pattern for them in their relationship with people in general. I believe that this is also how they live their life. Yep, the flame is flickering. So I think that this is a confirmation. This is how pretty much how they live their life with a lot of highs and lows. Maybe this is how they were brought up with a lot of toxicity. And maybe you were trying to introduce them to another way of living that doesn't have to be so intense all the time. It was something a little softer with something secure, slow and steady. And they were not really ready for that. So it's like they self-sabotaged. And their sabotaging tendencies is what really drained them. Having a wall up, having a lot of defenses up, that is far more draining than actually being vulnerable. So it could be that this person definitely, it's like they drain themselves out. And I believe that in a way, you're also drained. Here with the stars we have, I'm seeing it as healing energy. I'm seeing it as, wishing upon something. So this person really wants to heal because here we have, I want to be different. I need to figure myself out. And here we have the stars, like this person wants to change. This person knows that they're carrying a burden that it's not theirs. They know that they have been a victim of their circumstances in the past. And they are acting from that place of hurt. And they do not want these people, whether it was their parents or exes or whatever, to have control over them anymore. They want to be different. They want to do stuff that is different, right? So I'm guessing that the breaking point was actually this relationship. Because it's like it woke them up. It really woke them up from something. For now, you are seen as the villain. I'm getting that you're being seen as the villain. I'm getting that this person is projecting a lot. In a way, they feel like you've hurt them as well. I feel like you're part of this. In a way, they also feel like you've hurt them. Maybe you're hurting. It wasn't much about really hurting them, but it was more about putting in front of them the aspects that they need to heal. And that triggered the shit out of them. And so they see it as an attack to their character instead of seeing it as your way to love them. Like this is what, this thing that you have, it's hurting you, it's hurting us. So you're going to have to heal it if you want to live a better life and have a better relationship with me. You've put your boundaries and that was not well accepted. Okay, so we're gonna leave these here. Let's get the tarot now. Okay. Spirit, what about piles 1, no contact person? How do they feel towards pile 1? Pile 1's no contact person. How do they feel towards pile 1? We have the 6 of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the 2 of Wands. Yeah, they're very much thinking about you, of course. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have Judgment. Yep. This distance is actually good. Maybe you didn't want it. Maybe your person didn't want it either, but it's actually serving them because the silence between you two is allowing them to see things from another perspective. They're definitely thinking about this a lot. The more you guys don't speak, the more there's a distance, the more they're capable of seeing things clearly from a less triggered point of view. I believe that they've been very egoistic. They've been very ego-driven. And, you know, from a certain point of view, they still have that version of themselves. Obviously, I don't really believe that like this person has healed at all. Not even that they're trying. I believe that for now, they're just trying to recharge their batteries a little bit. There's definitely a lot of missing you. There's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of replaying memories. There's a lot of nostalgia of what could have been. And it hasn't been, right? I believe that when time is right, they're gonna come and talk to you. I believe that that's what they want to do, but they know very well. They know that they have to change and everything, so they know that if they want to come towards you, they have to come right. They cannot just reappear in your life out of nowhere in the exact same way that they have been showing up for you, which is egoistical, very passionate, very all of that, but very centered around themselves and their own needs. I believe that you have a good heart, and I believe that you've helped them in a lot of ways, and they've seen that. Other people have seen that as well. I'm getting that maybe jokingly, this is very specific, but I'm getting that maybe jokingly, someone told them that you were too much for them, and that hurt their ego. That made them feel less than, which fueled whatever type of resentment they already had towards you. It fueled it. They know that they're different. They've entered this relationship being a certain type of person, and now that they're out of it, they know that they're completely changed. It's like they want to go back to their old ways, but they know it's too late now to go back. Like they're too far ahead to go back. So whenever they act upon their own ways, it's just like their ego's way of, you know, keeping them in that vicious cycle, right? So I feel like they are in a moment of transition. They are too far to go back, but at the same time, they don't know really how to keep on pushing forward. So like it's this moment of transition that they're going through. Also here we have this judgment. They know what they're supposed to be doing. I feel like when someone is really a victim, I think that a bunch of us, we went through it. I went through it. When you lack self-awareness, when you're stuck in that victim mentality, it's easy to just like sit. So it's just easy to sit and feel sorry for yourself. It's very easy. What is more complicated is to take responsibility. However, once you start taking responsibility, you feel uncomfortable sitting and being a victim, which is something that I've also tried. Is like once I started getting into the mentality that I'm not a victim, it feels very uncomfortable to sit back and feel sorry, you know, for what's happening or whatever. It's complicated. It's like I have responsibility in this, I have power in this situation. So I feel like this is pretty much where this person is at right now. And that's why I feel as well that at some point they will come back. Yep. Here we have the Queen of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. They walked away from this. They walked away from a person that truly loved them, that truly could have given them such a fulfilling relationship, such a fulfilling emotional connection, such a fulfilling everything. You know, it's like they have a very strict view of how they want relationships, and you ticked all the boxes. You tick absolutely all the boxes. And they know that they walked away from this because of their own problems, you know? At some point, they're gonna find out. Like, they already deep down know that this is what they walked away from, but right now for their ego, it's easy to see you as the villain. So they will not feel that intense sense of regret and that intense feeling of, I fucked up badly. Will I ever bump into this again in my life? Right? They're gonna figure it out at some point. Like right now, you gotta give them some time. If you're waiting for them to come back, you're gonna have to give them some time. It seems like it's gonna take, you know, a little bit more, a little longer than usual, a little longer than what is comfortable, than what you're willing to wait for. But they're getting there. I'm not gonna say that they're almost halfway. They're almost halfway. But they know deep down that they walked away from something great, okay? All right, Pile 1, this is all that I have for you. If it resonated, please let me know in the comment section, and we're going to be seeing each other next time, okay? Bye-bye. Hello there, Pile 2. This is going to be your reading if you pick the heart. As a number, we have 24, breaks down to a 6. These numbers could be significant to you. These kind of flowers could be significant to you. Here we also have fire. You could be a fire sign. Your person could be a fire sign. And then here we have white doves. These birds also could mean something for you. Okay, so let's start off with some with some oracle cards. Okay, Spirit, what about Piles 2 no contact person? How are they feeling right now towards Pile 2? Okay, so starting off here, we have thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring. Distance, separation, space, blockage. Longing, craving, aching, and wanting. Wow, we have craving twice, I believe, right? Wow. I'm getting with this craving that maybe things started off as friends with benefits or something, but I'm getting a lot of lust. Okay, let's get also these cards to see what they would say to you if they could. What would Pile 2's person say to Pile 2 if they could? Let's see. Sex with, yep, there's a lot of lust. There is a lot of lust. I need to figure myself out. They have hurt me. Who's they? Who's they? Yeah, there's a lot of lust here. And there's a lot of Knight of Wands energy. It's like this person that only contacts you, only, you know, comes to you when they want something physical or something. I believe that this is their way to feel love. This is their way to give love. This is the way to feel loved. And it's like, dude, can you grow up? We're not 15 anymore. We're not 16 anymore. When we grow up and then we find people that still can only feel and give love, receive love through sex, it's such an ick. Like, I'm sorry, but it's such an ick. It's like, come on. We're adults now. I mean, come on. Like, really? Who hurt you, man? Like, seriously, who hurt you? I'm getting someone that maybe didn't get a lot of physical affection as a child, and, you know, physical human contact, it's something that we actually need in order to remain, you know, sane, mentally speaking. I've actually read a few things about that when you basically live with like deprivation from human contact, it really does something to your mental health. Like it really fucks you up. Like mentally speaking, it really does something to you. So I'm getting that maybe the blockage, it's more about this person not being able to fight their demons, like fight whatever trauma it is that they have that made them this way, that created this cage of immaturity in order to protect themselves. Emotional immaturity, mental immaturity, that is the way that they feel the most safe. They are stuck at God knows whatever age, in which they got hurt the most. And after that, they just stopped growing. They just stopped growing. They want to give you more. I feel like they do want to give you more. They want more. They want more for themselves. They want to be able to give more to themselves. They want to be able to give more to you because you deserve it. But they just don't know how to, basically. It could be that there's also been that there is some physical distance between you guys, which is good in this situation. I actually believe that it's positive. But I feel like you just got tired of all of this immaturity. It's like, I'm so sick and tired of this. Like, I'm so sick and tired. I'm getting a lot of empty promises as well. Like, yeah, I'm going to work on myself. Yes, I'm going to go to therapy. Yes, I'm going to do whatever the hell, you know? And it's like, they never really did it. It's like, there's a lot that happens verbally speaking. Like, there's a lot of shit that they say, but there's not a lot of things that they do. They cannot show up for you because they cannot show up for themselves either. I'm getting that even to themselves, they promise themselves so much. So much. Whoops. They promise to themselves so much and they never, ever kept their word. Okay, let's see now with the tarot what we're gonna get. Okay, Spirit, what about Pals 2 no contact person? Pal 2's no contact person. How do they feel right now towards Pal 2? We have the Hanged Man. Whoopsies. Then we have the Lovers. Oh my God. Then we have the Tower. This is very intense. Like, these are all major arcanas. We have the 4 Cups in reverse. I also feel like taking this one. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. They need a lot of time in order to heal, and you got fucking tired. Yeah, exactly. When I said this is Knight of Wands energy, look what we have at the back of the deck. We have the Knight of Wands. You have changed their perspective regarding relationships. You have changed their perspective regarding love. You have changed their perspective regarding all of that. You have been a catalyst for growth. You have been a catalyst for all of these things. I feel like all of the relationships that they've had before you, they were very superficial. It lacked that duality that allows us to complete each other. It didn't have that connection, you know, that spiritual connection, that telepathy, that emotional understanding. It was just very superficial. It was very Knight of Wands, exactly. Like, it was something that they were very comfortable with because it wasn't really something that asked a lot from them. Meanwhile, you ask for this. You ask for growth. You ask for evolution. You ask for all of that. You ask for a genuine connection. You ask for this person to show up for you just as much as you would show up for them. You ask for empathy, compassion, understanding, emotional maturity, intellectual maturity, you know, stimulation, passion, you know, which is the bare minimum. Honestly, it's the bare minimum. So it's like, yes, you have every single right. You're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. But it's like now they cannot be that mature person, but at the same time, I don't really think that they will ever be able to accept a superficial relationship ever again, which puts them in a very tough spot because they are superficial still, but they don't want a superficial relationship. But if they don't grow up, if they don't do what they're supposed to be doing, they will always attract superficial relationship. This is a very sticky situation that they're in. Absolutely. Here with the Knight of Wands, this is a confirmation that they're thinking about you sexually a lot. And I believe that this intimacy with you, it was so great because they felt loved. And that is what makes it great, honestly. You could have a lot of intimacy with a lot of people or whatever, but it will never feel satisfying until you don't feel loved. When you feel loved, that it's great. It could objectively be the worst person ever, like in the performance. But if there is love, that is something else. That is like, it just betters the whole experience. There has to be love. So what this person is thinking about consistently, it's not much about yes, your body, and all of that, but they're thinking more about the connection that they felt while you were doing it. And that really rocked the world because they're very superficial. So it's like, what is all of this intensity? What is all of this love? What am I feeling right now? What is all of this? They tried to reject it for some time, but nope. It was too good. It was too good. It was too much. It was too everything, too enlightening, very everything, It triggered every single positive emotion in them. I don't really believe that they ever felt disconnected to someone else in their life, and they got scared, of course. They shit their pants. They definitely shit their pants. Here we have the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Swords. They want to take some action. They want to take some calculated action. I'm afraid that they might come back to you and manipulate you. So be careful with that. If that is something that happens, you already know this person inside out. So if they're trying to manipulate you, you're going to know. They want to take some concrete, good, loving action towards you, but they're way too insecure still. They're still in that cage, in that mental cage that they created for themselves. Okay. All right, Pile 2, this is all that I have for today. If it made sense, please let me know, and we're going to see each other next time, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. This is going to be your reading if you picked the cross with number 36 breaks down to a 9. These two numbers could be significant to you. So here we have this flag that I do not remember. There's a country that has pretty much the same flag. I really cannot remember. Maybe I'm talking a lot of shit, but maybe you're from there. Your person is from there. Lambs, roses. There's a chalice here. Maybe you're Catholic or Christian. Maybe your person is. Maybe anything that is in this card is significant to you or your person. Sorry, I've been very sick for like a week and a half. Okay, let's start off with some oracle cards. Okay, so Spirit, please. Pile 3's no contact person. What are they thinking right now about Pile 3? What are they thinking right now about Pile 3? We have pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Distracted, sidetracked, change, and delays. Beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. This person is literally dying inside and they're not elaborating it. They're not. Let's see. Let's get some messages. Let's get some messages from your person. I don't know where to start. What is the truth? I don't want to be alone. Yep, okay. So, this person is not really elaborating the pain. This person is getting very much distracted with a bunch of stuff. It could be that they are already in another relationship. It could be that you see them acting goofy 24/7, going, maybe taking trips and doing a bunch of stuff that really doesn't serve them and that is actually making it worse. But do they get it? No. But that's their own journey. They are trying to pretend that this did not affect them. And I think that maybe this has also been a pattern in your relationship in which some problems were brought up, pain was brought up, and this person would just dismiss it, minimize it, not deal with it, definitely emotionally avoidant. They want to feel okay, and they are doing the worst things in order to feel okay. They know that they're supposed to be doing better. They know that there's some shit in their head that is not 100% right. And they don't really know what to do in order to start, fixing themselves a little bit. They really have no idea. In reality, they do, but those steps are very uncomfortable. And so they just choose not to. I believe that I'm getting that for some of you, while you were telling this person, okay, bye, you were so convincing. It's like you really came across like you really don't want anything to do with them ever again. And I don't really feel like that's the case. Like, I believe that you've had a lot of patience with this person, and what you meant, it's more about, I don't want to feel pain ever again. Like, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance, and that's that, you know? And this person was so confused, and they were so shocked that you actually said that, and that you said it in a way that was so convincing and that really came across as if you didn't care anymore. Meanwhile, maybe just a few hours earlier, they felt so much love. So it's like they're confused. They feel rejected. They feel abandoned. They feel all of those things. This is interesting. So at the back of the deck, we have spying. We have finality, resistance. Yeah, only you. This person still loves you very much. They just cannot believe that this happened. I don't believe that they ever saw themselves breaking up with you. Maybe it's like, okay, you know what? Yes, we're having some issues. Yes, we're having this. Yes, we're having that, but we're going to make it. Maybe in their eyes, making it meant you closing an eye every time, meant you just swallowing the pill. That's it, you know? Like, this is so, like, they're trying to get distracted in every way possible. But then I believe that when they're alone at night or when they cannot sleep, they really just spy on you. They just stalk you. And I feel like you're doing fine. I mean, it's not like, yeah, I feel like you're at peace now. It's like there's this weird sense of bittersweet peace, and they cannot understand why you're not crashing out. It's like they don't get it. So even in that, what is the truth? What is the truth? Like, do you love me? Do you hate me? Like, you loved me so much and you were saying that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me, and now we're in no contact, we broke up, and you're not crashing out. Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? What is going on? They're so confused. They're completely confused. They have no idea. They have no idea. Okay, let's get the tarot now. Okay, let's see. Okay, pile 3's no contact person. Let's see, how are they feeling towards pile 3? Spirit, please let me know how pile 3's no contact person is feeling right now towards pile 3. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about truth. So there's a lot of confusion in this person's head, and they just would like they would like to clear the air. We have the Hanged Man. I feel like they want to come towards you and ask you questions. They want to know what you're doing. Yep, Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. They're going to wait. I feel like this person wants to contact you for sure. They want to talk to you. They want to ask you questions. I feel like they're going in circles in their head. The only person that can clear the air for them is you. The Lovers. Yep. They still feel the connection. They definitely still feel it. Here at the back of the deck, we have the Devil, the Ace of Wands, and Death. Let's put it like this. They're stuck right now. They wish that they could give you what you need, but they have no idea. I feel like energetically, they're asking you to wait for them. I feel like they're hoping that you're gonna wait for them. I feel like in their toxic way, sorry. I feel like in their toxic way, they believe that if you really love them as much as you said that you did, you're gonna wait for them. That's their thing. That's their mentality. Because with this Devil here, I'm getting that that their view of love is quite distorted. It's more rooted in codependency and in misery. Maybe this person actually like attributes pain to love. So if the relationship is not painful, if there are no constant trials, if there's none of that, then there is no love. So for this person, if you were to wait for them, even for years, then that really means that you love them, which is insane. And they know that this mentality is just not it. They're supposed to change it, but they really struggle with the idea of change. They really struggle with that. Right now, they really feel stuck because it's like they want to live their life. They want to go ahead, live their life, whatever. It doesn't matter. Stuff with pile 3 happened, you know, whatever. I'm just going to cut my losses and move on. But at the same time, it's like they start thinking about stuff. They start thinking, they start wondering. They start getting paranoid. And then that's when they start stalking you. That's when they start doing all of those things. That's when they get the urge to talk to you, to like blow up your phone or like show up at your doorstep, be like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Like, do you have someone new? Like, tell me. Like, are you sleeping with someone new? Are you in a new relationship? What are you doing? Like, they get so triggered. And there's so much anger. Like, they get triggered with their own thoughts and then they get angry as hell. But they stop themselves from talking to you. They stop themselves because I believe that this person's pride is also quite huge. But like they really stop themselves. I feel like at some point this person is gonna come back to you, but I feel like by the time that this person is gonna come back, it's already gonna be way too late. I feel like you're giving them the space also to see what they're gonna do with it. Are they gonna use this space in a productive way? Are they going to use this space in order to understand? Are they going to use it in order to understand? Or are they just going to start acting up? What are they going to do exactly? But this person, even if they want to look, they want to seem as nonchalant, as they don't care, they're just living their life, whatever, it was what it was, it is what it is. That's definitely a facade because they're stalking you, they're obsessed with you. They're replaying all the moments in which you were intimate together. And then they trigger themselves whenever they're thinking that you're doing something, like going out on dates or being physical with other people or even getting into another relationship. All right, Pole 3, this is all that I have for you today. If it made sense, please let me know. And we're going to be seeing each other next time, okay? Bye-bye.